Friday night. I have a little bit of a cold, but it's Memorial Day weekend, and no little cold is going to stop me. Tonight and this weekend, we're honoring the men, women, freaking the dogs who fought and have died for this country. The current wars, previous wars, all wars. To them. Just like that. Just like that, my cold, gone. No, it's not. It's there. But we're here. We're just going to be taking it chill. You know, you're lucky I'm even here. I'm lucky I'm here. But, come on. It's Memorial Day weekend. We got to party it up. We got to kill some bottles. You know, I've said this before. Well, there's another one. Here we go. Dead. Get him out of here. I've been saying this. I've said this a lot, you know. Veterans Day is just for everyone. Everyone who has served, everyone who's fought, everyone who has served, everyone who has died, it's everyone. Memorial Day is the day for our fallen. And it is a day of remembrance and honoring and cherishing those memories. But there's something that's very important, is every person that I knew who fought and died would absolutely want all of us to pour a huge glass of bourbon and freaking party all weekend long. Okay? Just remember, and I'm challenging you, tonight is the start of the weekend, and I've done this every year. I challenge you, go and enjoy it. Cause some shenanigans. But definitely take some time to stop and reflect why it is that you got a huge glass of bourbon and a massive tomahawk steak out on the grill. Okay? So, that's what we're going to do. Cheers, everyone. Love you. Thanks for being here. Even though I'm like, energy levels are about here. I don't even know if I call it sick. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, energy levels 3 out of 10 for the past like 3 days. And I definitely have that, like, maybe my body is just so awesome that it's fighting the cold so well that it's really not getting to me, but just enough to know it's like a battle's going on. You know what I'm saying? I ran a race yesterday, and I thought I was gonna. I knew. I was like, I got a sickness. So, we're here though. I almost did not go, but I said, screw it. What's the worst that could happen? Bourbon will kill the cold. Or whatever this is. Who do we got in here? Get a trickle on in. Come on. It's Friday. We have nothing. Just like everything else, we have no agenda. We have zero plan. Joe Dickinson was here. And Janelle, who also has a killer cold. I really don't. I don't think I have a cold. I don't know what I have. A baby cold. Corgi! Hey, I got that bottle you sent. I need to try that sucker tonight, huh? Maybe you're still hungover from last Friday. That's a possibility. Bill Reynolds. Bill, cheers, brother. The legend himself, Bill Reynolds. Jake! Jake has been crushing his running goals, I've noticed. Wilmington! What up, brother? Peter White with the new wrenches. Check them out. Hey, the wrenches, they're kind of growing on me. Red, white, and blue. It's fitting. It's fitting for this weekend. EMC! She's AFK, but she is here lurking. Bourbon Hunter Lee. Bourbon Hunter Lee is making me extremely jealous on his fine weekend getaway away. What did we say? He picked up an Evans and Pike. So you're just out there on vacation. Nope, I knew it. I knew it. I was like, I knew it was his anniversary. We're going to raise a glass because Bourbon Hunter Lee, 37th wedding anniversary was May 20th. Heck yeah. 37 years. Now, I don't know how Tina put up with that dude for that long. What's going on with that? He's driving. He might not even be here. So he probably is hearing this. It's like, oh crap, I can't talk. We'll do it again. Bourbon Hunter Lee. Cask 529. Guy Davis. Philip Travis. Rick. Mrs. Paul P. The better of the P's. By the way. Tater Dom, let's go. What up, Dom? Dram and all howdy nerds. Got some Old Forester store pick in the glass. Cheers to all that gave so we could do what we do. Abso-freaking-lutely. Another thing, if you have, and I'm gonna keep it pretty strict. But if you have any U.S. military member that you know personally who's passed away, you drop them, whatever you drop in there, name, branch of service, whatever you want to share about them, we'll call them out all night long. I'll give a couple right off the rip. The first 5K race I ever did, which was just it feels like forever ago. That was 2 months ago. In March, was a race dedicated to Navy SEAL Adam Brown from Arkansas, who was killed on St. Patrick's Day, 2010. So, to Adam Brown. And another local to us specifically, he was in the Army. I don't know exactly what he was. I think he was an engineer. I don't know what he was doing. It was route clearance or something. But his name was Jason Swindle in the United States Army from our local town. So, those two guys. What up? Roy R is walking again. Roy, crushing the Strava, bro. Roy might walk as many miles as I run every week, if not more. Roy is walking. Roy is like you know Forrest Gump was running. Roy was walking. From that day on, I was going somewhere. 4 miles minimum. Johnny Dram celebrating my retirement day with the Bourbon Crew. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Johnny Dram. So this was like you retired today? I mean, what do we got? What do we got in the glass? What do we do? Big win. Cheers. Ben Demon Hunter. What up, Ben? Miracle Martinez stopping by to say hi. Hope all are well and safe at Texas Longhorn softball super regional game. Tailgating before the game. Have a great night. Miracle Martinez might be the single biggest Longhorns fan. Also, well, Miracle, she's probably gone at this point because I'm so slow at the beginning. But softball, Arkansas softball team has the single best hitter of all softball history, all time. We're talking, this is like Aaron Judge. This is Babe Ruth of softball. Well, there is no like professional call it a softball, I guess, but that's what we're dealing with here. The best. Fly Fisher, what's up, brother? It's the biggest raced weekend here, the Indy 500. Oh, yeah. I will take time to remember those who fought and died so that we can live free. Cheers. Man, I've never been, like, into NASCAR. Like, the only thing that I know, there's two stories about NASCAR I've got. The only exposure I had to, like, Indy, all those, one is Sunday afternoons, my dad would put it on, and that would be his napping thing. So he would, he'd have a beer, he'd start watching the race, and then I had all my, like, toy race cars and stuff, and I'd be playing with them. Dude would be asleep for 2 hours, and then wake up and watch the end. So that was like his napping ritual. And then the second is my godparents. Let me get this straight. My godparents' son started as a pit crew member for Justin Allgaier. I don't know if he's still racing. I don't know anything about it, but he was a pit crew for Justin Allgaier. And then, I don't know what, he made his way up to, like, their best friends, and he's, like, the pit crew leader. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, he's a bigwig in the in NASCAR, which is sick. That is crazy. Trev, love the shirt. Let's see if you can read it. Network. Can you read it? Oh, I'm not even flexing. Where are my infantry guys at? Come on. Okay, Johnny Dram said I did. Well, freaking cheers to that. He retired today, and now he's here with us. Come on, get something. Trev, bad talking NASCAR will get locals after your butt. I wasn't bad talking. It was something that I could never really, I don't watch it. I can't just watch that on TV, but we've been, whatever's in Nashville, or there's got to be one in Nashville. They're close to it. When I was a kid, we went to a couple. Dude, if you've never been to a live NASCAR race, you will never comprehend how freaking powerful those cars are. They are insane. Bourbon Kitty, we're off to have drinks at Lionheart. Well, again, okay, there's her answer. How did Bourbon Kitty stick with freaking Bourbon Hunter Lee for so long? She goes one freaking day at a time in mini bourbons. cheers. Absolutely. Love you guys. Paul P says, hey, he's busy driving us home from dinner. So that means Mrs. Paul P must have had a couple wines and Paul P's in charge. Taste and sensibility. Kevin Campbell. Here's to all the heroes for Memorial Day. Cheers to that. How you doing? How you doing, Kevin? Dang, Kevin's here early again. I just noticed. Raymond Radio. Roman Carter. Yo, 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 let's go. Will T. I think I saw earlier Will T said it's a dry weekend for you, huh? ADHD whiskey. What are you doing? What up, Matt? How the frick are you? Yeah, I'm feeling so much better, and I think it might just be the bourbon suppressing how bad I was feeling. I really wasn't feeling bad, but now that it's gone, maybe I was feeling bad, because now I'm feeling good. Bree Ellis saw some highlight where she didn't see a single strike all day until bases loaded. Last inning, in the first one, she went yard to walk it off. Yes, that clip is going to go down in history. It's like, they literally were intentionally walking her, and then it came down to, it was like a full, they were going to win anyway because it was a full, it might not even been a full count. It was like 3 balls, and there it was bases loaded. So if they walked her, it would have just been a walk-off walk. Like, if they scored, they would have won. So they had to throw her the strike. And they threw it, and she literally, it was the cleanest swing. Guys, you gotta look it up. Look up John Boy. John Boy Media. If you guys don't watch John Boy, I don't know what you're doing for your baseball sports. Yeah, John Boy covered that. Yeah, she's a beast, man. But then again, I'm not like actively watching softball. Sometimes. When Miss Wrench ain't here, I'm watching softball. But when she's here, put the Braves game on. I used to work the fire crew at NASCAR events in Phoenix. Pretty awesome close up. It's nuts. Yeah, my godparents, they would just, like, since he was so close with Justin, they would get those. I've always wondered, when you're sitting in the stands and you see all these people down like in the middle of the track, it's like, how did they get in there? How are they right next to the pit crew? How are they seeing all? It's because they know them. Those are all the family and the friends, you know. That's the cool people. Yeah, they get to go to, like, they used to go to like every race. It's nuts. I am blessed that 3 men in my family that served our country in the Army returned home to make a difference in my life. Abso-freaking-lutely. Wait a minute. Open wheel racing rules, IndyCar. What is... Am I thinking something different? Okay. I'm thinking... I heard... Every time I hear whatever... A city and then a number... I automatically think of NASCAR. Okay. I know what this is. These are those freaking cars. I don't know how much it happens anymore. But as a kid, these cars would like freaking flip all over the place. Those are nuts. Yeah, open wheel. Is that what that's called? Yeah, those are fun. It's fun because it seems way more like... Bad things could happen easier. Right? I don't know. I know what that is now. What, that's this weekend? Sunday, May 25th. I might put it on. I might do it. Never been to NASCAR race, but I would imagine that, like baseball and hockey, it's best in person. Again, to me, it's like you don't know. I didn't know what was going on. But what was awesome is when they would like drive past you and it's like zoom, 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 and then it's like all your bones are, it's like it feels like your lungs are gonna collapse. It's just so powerful. But then I'm like, I couldn't see a goddamn thing. Like, who is who? You gotta watch the monitor just to know who's winning, and you gotta sit there for hundreds of miles. I will agree. Hockey, I think hockey is an underrated sport. Baseball is definitely it's way better in person. I enjoy watching it. I can see why people don't. Way better in person. Especially if you get the good seats. Hope you're feeling better, dude. There's a crazy virus going around. I had it for 2 weeks, turned into a terrible sinus infection, but it felt like I was huffing COVID-19 out of a gas can. I don't know what it is. I really haven't felt bad. I've been coughing intermittently. Not a, maybe tiny bit of sinus. As I say that, I got like phlegm. Like I could hawk a good loogie right now. But I haven't been overly bad. It's like been a 2 out of 10, just enough to like, I would give it a 4, because it was a perfect day. I was gonna go work out. I was gonna go run. I was like, I can't do that. Like, it was enough to just cancel all of my plans for today. Just my energy levels are just gone. I mean, it has to be. Like, I just feel like weird, man. And it's been gone. I think this is day 3. Yesterday and today were bad. The first day I noticed it, I was like, I just chalked it up to being sore. You know, that's how it always starts. Like, I'm just sore. And then the next day, I'm like, okay, this is not me being sore. This is something weird's going on. And then today, I woke up last night like, what is this? It's not COVID, because COVID nearly kills me every time. Giselles! What up, Giselles? It's been a while since you've stepped into the wrench neighborhood, you nerd. What are you like? Let me guess, you're like selling houses or something. What up, Chip? I haven't said a single word about bourbon this whole show, and I don't care. I do not care. I just killed a bottle of Knob Creek. That's for you, Guy Davis. 100 proof. That's a replaceable bottle. That should be a staple. That should just be a cheap, yet extremely delicious staple in your bar. And now I'm in the mood for some smooth jazz. And there's nothing you can say about it. What's next? Old Pepper Distillery Bourbon. Bottled in bond. That ain't jazz. There we go. Where did that go? You got bit by a shit gnat? What the heck is that? Big D energy! Anyone drinking in here? I'm not a physical specimen like you, so this all makes sense. Listen, Matt, we can get you there. Just get you back on that treadmill. And then put the treadmill out in the sun. And sweat. James Lay, Private David Lay, Private Harold Lay, Private Charles Lay, Sergeant Jerry Lay, Sergeant Ronnie Lay, 4 uncles and my dad, and Corporal Refford McCarter, Purple Heart recipient, World War II, for my wife, all getting remembered this weekend. Absolutely. That's honestly nuts. So you're telling me 4 uncles and your dad, so 5 sons, all answered the call and they all went. I'm sure you've told this before, but were they all, like, were they all different? Like, what, I want to know what the heck? Do they all go into the army? Did they all go do whatever? Oh, he just says all army. Right under that. So he answered my question for... I didn't even have to ask it. That's nuts. That is wild. What up, Adam Hudson? Sipping a Maker's 46? Not bad at all. Jerry Black, chairboard, feet and knees together. Let's go. Sean Holtgrave, sup, dudes? Viper Candy. Detling cast strength is in the glass. Detling. I think I've looked that up before because it's something I'm just so not familiar with. Detling. Andretsky, what's up, brother? I feel like I missed you, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. And watch you, buddy. Watch you, buddy. Try. What's a good Boston accent? Watch it, buddy. Nah, that's terrible. Terrible. I had a father and 7 uncles in World War II. 8. It's just nuts, man. James Lay said they were all Vietnam. Just blows my mind. Where's Bill Reynolds at? He's the freaking Vietnam legend in our chat. I've said it. I've said it time and time again. I think the worst, I do not want to be in any sort of jungle. Like, do not send me to Vietnam, and then do not send me to, like, Peleliu, Iwo Jima. Basically, anywhere in the Pacific Island campaign in World War II, and then do not send me to Vietnam. Jungle? That crap was brutal, man. All war is brutal, but if I had to pick, I'm going to the desert. I'm going... Send me to France. At least I could get some wine, get some French girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no French girls on an island in Peleliu. You know? Yeah, that's not for me. Panama? Yeah, screw Panama. Not going there. Were you over in Panama, Jerry? Guadalcanal is your jungle. what's that old saying about Guadalcanal? A little phrase, that little jingle about Guadalcanal. Knob Creek 9-year 100 proof is good stuff. I got some 120 proof, but got to get another bottle of the 100. See, God Davis. Ooh, I saw that too. I promise you guys, I will be coming out with a new, finally, it's been like a month, a new video it might be the biggest new whiskeys coming video that I've ever done, because one, I haven't done one in a while. Two, so many things have been announced. There's been a freaking old Fitzgerald bottled in bond bottle that is, I don't know, I haven't looked into it yet. It's like the cheapo version of the freaking decanter bottle. So it's gonna be like a more accessible one. How accessible? Time will tell. Every bottle I've put on my list has not been accessible. But that's the, you look at it too. You look at the picture of it and you're like, that's obviously a cheap version of that. What's cheap though compared to the decanter bottle? What is it, still gonna be $60? Fine. More accessible version, we need it. France, World War I, Battle of the Somme, 30,000 casualties in 30 minutes. France. Okay. Oh, you're right. I would definitely choose Vietnam or any of the jungle ones. Let's just say this. We're eliminating World War I because I think that is the worst answer, because here's the problem with World War I is it was in that perfect middle ground of old school tactics and modern technology. So, yes, a lot of people died in the Civil War. And they were marching towards each other and kind of shooting at each other. And if you would have handed them a gun, like a semi-automatic freaking rifle or a machine gun, a lot more people would die. Well, guess what? World War I happened, and those fools were like, hey, just run across the field and storm the trench. And these dudes got freaking cannons and machine guns. And massive artillery. Accurate artillery at that. Cannons back in the Civil War, dude. We'd shoot a huge volley. You don't know where the crap that thing was going. And then all of a sudden, they hadn't invented smokeless gunpowder yet. So you shoot a volley, you can't see crap anymore. It's just smoke. So now you don't even know what you're shooting at. It's just a field of smoke, and then people around you are dying, so you're just shooting through the smoke. World War I, smokeless, accurate, machine guns, massive bombs, way bigger than a cannonball, exploding bombs. I don't know how effective tanks were in World War I. They were new, but I don't think they were that effective. But they get tanks. Mustard gas. There was no laws. Just shoot gas over there. Just go kill them all. Terrible. World War I's probably got to be the worst. One battle, 30,000 casualties in 30 minutes. You know why? Because they sent 30,000 people straight across an open field with machine guns. It's like a video game. You don't do that. Crazy. Old Fitz 7 is supposed to be a parallel to Heaven Hill 7. About $55. That'll be fun. It'll probably taste pretty similar if I have anything to guess about it. Paul and the Knob Creek 12 is my favorite 100 proofer. I do. That bottle is so freaking good. Okay, Jerry said fought during Operation Just Cause. December 89, June 1990. That's Just Cause. That's when all the guys jumped in. Right? They jumped into that airfield or something. Trying to get it straight. It was pretty quick though. Like he was December 89 to June 1990. That is Just Cause though. What's crazy about it was like that was really the first thing since people came in. Like, you have all these huge wars, and then there's nothing. So everyone's like just itching, what's going to happen, what's going to happen? Well, that was the next, this is what happened. So you still had probably Vietnam era dudes you served with. Old, crusty Vietnam vets, you know? What up, David Babcock? Happy Memorial Day, nerds. Cheers from the Ogre Lounge. Dustin Pullman, Trev, we just got home from our first cruise in the Caddy Blackwing. And? How did it go? Is Cece alive? Is she walking? Is she upright? Come on. Let's wake up! Cece! I got another bottle. Again, I really didn't think that I was going to feel good enough to do like a blind flight. I'm feeling pretty good, but at this point, we're going to continue the trend of getting rid of a lot of these low bottles that are just sitting there. Noah's Mill. Surprisingly, I think this is an underrated passed-by bottle. I think it's pretty good. I think it's one of the better Willet offerings. I know Willet, not a lot of their stuff I'm really digging. The most interesting thing I find about this bottle is name me a singular other bourbon that comes in this colored glass. You know? Why? Why is it like that? I don't know if there's a story about it, but handmade, genuine bourbon whiskey, handmade in the hills of Kentucky. I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. I have to. This is the most redundant bottle I've ever seen. And we're going to cover it. Bottled by hand. Bottled by hand. Handmade in the hills of Kentucky. Handmade in Kentucky. Let's read the back. I'm sure it says that there too. Hey guys, this is handmade. Robots didn't make it. Did you know that? Yeah, Big D. I'm right there with you, man. And here's the thing. This is something that I've learned that I've been trying not to do in my reviews and trying not to complain about that much is I've done so much like, well, it's not as good as this bottle, so therefore it's not worth it for the price. But then I like to think, I try and acknowledge that, like, the quality of it, and like, man, someone probably likes this better than me, and this is their version of blank at $60. So I can tell this is a quality bourbon. Is it my favorite? No. So how much I enjoy it versus how much it costs is probably off, but I can recognize, like, yeah, this is probably a $60 bourbon. I mean, you can just tell it is, but... So is it worth that price? Yes, I think they're fair charging it. Does that mean you enjoy it? No. That's something that I've struggled on doing. I just compare it to everything. Like, well, it doesn't taste as good as this, therefore it sucks. I will say, as far as Willet products go, this is one of my favorite. Easily. I like this way better than that other one, so why didn't you even pull it out? I literally thought I was talking about the Old Pepper. I didn't even pull out the other Willet I had. It still has a lot in it. Some robots have hands. So it was handmade? That's a wine bottle. It's the cheapest bottle per unit cost. Standard wine bottle. Okay, you're going over my head. We have bourbon bottles that are that same shape, but not green. Why is it green? Sir Paulo! What up, brother? Bourbon before bacon. Let's go! Oh, Jeffrey Wax on... You're on Matt Madness now. Who you going up against? I'll avenge you tonight. I don't know why I thought that's how you would say that. More like Macho Man. I'm gonna avenge my teammates tonight. Something like that. Dutch from Curiosity Public and Sam from Sam's Whiskey Bar. Sam from Sam's Whiskey Bar. Dutch from Curiosity Public. I'm not too familiar with Sam. I don't know how good Sam is. So Sam's probably a sleeper. You got to be careful about Sam. Dutch is definitely a sleeper. I think the dude is well-rounded. They drink everything. Tequila. But that might be the downfall to the Macho Man. Cece! Thank God Cece's here. Your hair and beard look nice tonight, Trev. Cheers. Cece, your hair looks amazing tonight. And that car. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have, the car gotta match the girl, and, you know, it's just like the energy goes, and then, like, then you got Dustin driving whatever he's driving, probably a, I don't know what he would drive. Some to haul a lot of meat. Just a lot of meat. I don't know. Amazing car. Amazing hair. This is my 1-year anniversary of being a Patreon wrench nerd. Guys, so I've been pretty silent on all things, Patreon included, but we have some huge, we gotta turn this music down, or at least I do, huge things in the works. I'm talking I can't spoil anything. But like, we're talking bottles, we're talking barrels of stuff. We're talking the big dogs. We're talking the big dogs. All right? I ain't gonna jack you around. Big stuff coming. Are we talking huge? No underestimating these guys. I need to bring it and bring it hard. What's bigger? So take what's that? Love this song. What's that SpongeBob episode where he takes the thing and turns it to Mambo? Travis Lynchburg, perhaps? I've never heard of that place. And I don't know about the city being covered in black mold, and that's where Jack Daniels is located, and then Jack Daniels is spreading the mold all around the city, and there's a big news article, and I covered it one time, and I don't know why I would ever go there. And if I ever did go there, I don't know why I would go twice. We got some things talking. We got some things being looked at. We got people calling me on my flip phone all the time. Just reaching out to me, yo, Trev. What do you think about this? And I said, I'll think about it. And then I get a call and they're like, yo, Trev, what do you think about this? And I'm like, think about it. And then all of a sudden, now we got back to back bangers. I'm just saying, there's a lot of cool stuff being talked about. And literally, so I can't even give you dates. Summertime. Massive. Anyone get a hold of the Old Fit 7 under 55 crazy? Paulo. Again, we were talking about this earlier. Will said that it's going to be like the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond 7. There's no reason, and I'm sorry to say this, because I love the Old Fitz decanter bottle. There's no way that Old Fitz 7-year stuff should have been the price that it is and as hyped it as is. That stuff needs to be at 55. That's why they changed the bottle. It's probably very similar stuff to what was in the crap we paid $100 for. Let's just be honest. It might even be the same exact stuff. Put it in a cheaper bottle, and then that way you're like, hey, look, it's $55. Like, I don't know. I think the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond stuff, the 7-year stuff, I think that, yes, you need more stuff like that. And carrying over the Old Fitz line, I'm cool with it. Because I think the label's awesome. It's only crazy when you look at it at like a non-bourbon person mindset. You'd be like, bro, they were just charging money. They were just making money off you. Like, I would be interested. I would be interested to see, like, if anyone had one of those, like, decanter bottles 7 years and then compared it to whatever they're putting out in this new bottle. Because if it's the same, then it's like, man, you've been marking this up like tenfold forever. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's gonna be. I already know it's probably gonna be less good than the decanter bottles, but it's fair to try it at that price for sure. What up, Bourbon dude? No, yeah, I'm not saying that the decanter will drop. I was just saying it'll be interesting to compare like that new Fit 7. Because didn't they do like the decanter bottle, like, didn't they drop a pretty young one? Like the decanter series definitely dropped a young one. Maybe not 7, but I think didn't they drop like an 8-year? I say that as if that's young, but are you sure? 10? No, it went younger than 10. It went as young as 8. I was gonna say, I know I've seen an 8-year. I mean, they did every year. See, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Maybe we take that 8-year decanter bottle and compare it to the new 7. The Big D, the 7-year-old Fits are coming in a velvet bag. I do like that, and I do like marketing, but like, do you think that those bottles are going to sell out or going to be hard to get, at least at first? Because of all of that? They're trying to market it as being fancy. Dude, it's the Old Fits lineup. It's $55. Velvet sack. We love a velvet sack, right? We love sacks. Huh. I don't know. If you ever pick a Jack Daniel Barrel Proof Rye, I'll go nuts. It's crazy. I didn't know you were a squirrel. That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. But I would never do that. I would literally turn that down. Every time. I've got an Old Fits 8-year decanter. So this is what we're going to need. I'm going to need, whenever I could get my hands on this next bottle, this new 7-year-old Fits, I got to get it. And I'm going to need one of you nerds to send me a sample of the Old Fits 8. And then it's going to be a side-by-side. The one I have... See, I have a 9-year. Well, it's empty. It's an empty bottle. I'm keeping it forever. But it'll stay there forever. Gotta love a smooth, velvety sack. I'll send you a 10-year sample, too. I gotta get my hands on this new Old Fits bottle first. Sent you a photo. That Bourbon dude just sent me a picture of his sack. He's got a fresh bottle of the Old Fits 8. I kind of want to talk more about the bottle that's right behind that bottle. What do you think of the Evan Williams 23? Did you get your Tennessee Squire email? It shows your application is pending. Where did you email it to me? I got... No, I've been getting emails. I've been getting emails about the branch. It didn't ever come to me. I've been getting stuff from Limestone Branch Distillery's doing it. Maybe it isn't spam. Let me check. Let me just go to all. Jesus, I don't look at this. Okay, not gonna be in there. Can you forward it to me? Not seeing it at all, James. I guess I could search for it. Unlike someone here, I know how to correctly enter in someone's email for Squire membership. I'm telling you, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Looking forward to that OGD 7 year for sure. Are you sure you did my email right? It's bourbonwrench@gmail.com. Not the Bourbon Wrench. Resend it right now. What if the Heaven Hill 7 year is better than the old Fitz? Then that's what we're waiting to find out. What if? There's no way it's going to, and I think they know that. So I guarantee you they're putting in. This is what I think they're doing. They take, and this might be, I'm making this up, but there's no way they would allow that to happen. I think they'll probably, whenever these new labels arise out of nowhere, either A, they set barrels aside specifically to become that new label, or B, they're taking stuff that they already have that, like, hey, well, this barrel was going to be blended into Larceny or whatever. This barrel was going to be blended into this, or it was going to be blended into that. It was going to be batched into that. Well, why don't we just take some barrels of that other stuff, which was already going to be stuff, and just bottle it into a new bottle? So essentially, it's like the same stuff, in essence, in a new shiny label. Yes, it is. Old Fitz is their weeded mash bill. So you're looking at stuff like Larceny. I think that's it. Larceny is their only weeder, huh? Bernheim, but that's a wheat whiskey. Primarily wheat. So I think that's all they got. I'm trying to think of any other. I think that's, yeah, Larceny is the only weeder. It's probably excess Larceny, let's be honest. Trying to find this email to become a squire, dude. I don't think you want me to be a squire. Hold on, I found another hideout. This is wild how much spam exists. Emma Watson emailed me. I'm sure it's her, huh? Mistislav Nakrasov. Okay. I trust it. I trust you. Let me just go ahead and send that person my social security number. No luck in finding a turkey 8-year for you. It's totally fine. They're doing grain to glass again. There's actually still a bottle of the Heaven Hill grain to glass at my local store. I don't want to spend $100 for it. I don't know, man. I found myself just really backing off, like, $100, man. Trev, have you heard about the new release of Makers? I think it's called Star Hill Farms No Red Wax. Yes, that'll be in my video too. It's a wheat whiskey or something like that. It is not a bourbon, so it's different. It will be different. It will taste in theory, it should taste totally different. It is not like the Makers. Get a refill, everybody. Amazon's here. Hello, yes, Amazon. Thank you for bringing my package. Oh, you need me to sign for it? All right. Let me sign. Oh, crap. Drop the pin. There. How about that? Thanks for my package. Freaking Amazon. It's just a package of underwear. Couldn't you just drop it off to me? Grain to glass bourbon is meh. Wheater's very good, rye is really good, but they're not amazing. My problem is that I'm sure they're like this everywhere. $100. Corgi! Did you need to give Willow medicine? Sarah took Willow to her parents tonight, and I don't think she realizes. She took Willow with her. Dude, Corgi remembered that better than I did. I didn't even think about it because they're not here. Why do you think I was yelling through the house? Wild Turkey 8 sitting on shelves here. It's great and delicious. I still haven't gotten one. Wilmington, I'll grab you a Turkey 8 tomorrow. You don't got to do that, bro. She said, oh my god, I know, I just remembered. Dude, Corgi is on it. I had an Amazon, people. Chill. Yeah, this Paulo, the Star Hill. The Star Hill Farms. Yes, it's a okay, weeded whiskey. 1, 2, 1900. You think they'll let me in? They won't let you in with the year 1900? What about 1935? Oh, they just assume you're dead. Okay. 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 Are you gonna pay $100? Is that how much this stuff is? Okay, so here it is. Look at it. This is the bottle. Locally grown whiskey, farmed to showcase the influence of our land, nature by nature. I will say I really do appreciate what they're doing over there. I never truly grasped how environmental freaking Maker's Mark is. Whenever we did our pick there, they took us. They got a bee farm. They make their own honey. The lake, which we went to the lake. That's where all of the water, like it's like a freaking aquifer. I don't even know what to call it. That's where they get the water for the whiskey. I mean, it's like all super local to them. I like that. So so this is going to be $100, is what you're saying. Soft red winter wheat, 30% malted barley. And the other, so there's going to be 2 mash bills. No, it blends them. It marries 2 mash bills. So a 70-30 and then a 100% wheat. I mean, you guys know I'm going to. And I will not be able to tell you if it's worth $100 until I try it, but I would say, honestly, and here's my thing, and this is me, I get it, I'm an influencer, I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to tell you right now, stuff like this that gets announced, this is not for your average person, and I don't care if they even try and really harness you in and sucker you in with all of this honestly really cool and actually legit stuff. Everything they talk about is legit. This is not for you. I'm sorry. Don't go and buy this. This is not for you. This is not for you. That's all I'm saying. This is for people like me who loves Makers and I want to try it, and then I'm just saying, like, yes, get the keepers instead, man. I like what they're doing, but this is not for your average person, and I will never recommend you just go blindly spend $100 on this, ever, ever, ever. I like the bottle shape, too. I do like that. I like that they kept that little weird, like it's all divoted, kind of like they switched to the cellar aged. It's like warped. Get taken by the Makers. Oh, Ivan. Yeah, I do not think this is meant for majority of the people. So let's face the facts, people. And you will all realize this. I can only assume how long you have been heavily drinking bourbon. in heavily buying every new bottle that comes out. But the one thing that I've noticed over the 8 years that I've been doing this, you can only differentiate the taste by so much. How different are you really making this special bottle? Is it really good? Yes. But it was pretty in line. I don't know. You can only do so much to be innovative anymore. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's just going to be a tiny difference. It's like the Heaven Hill 7-year. Is it going to taste different? Probably, but they probably tweaked the little recipe, what they blended into it, by a little. It's going to be similar. It's going to be familiar. Without ever tasting it, it will be familiar. And I guess that's why we get, oh, well, that's Heaven Hill. Well, maybe it's Heaven Hill because they blend everything together and freaking, they're just tweaking the blending ratios. It's probably the same stuff, just different ratios. So therefore, it's going to taste different than what we've been used to. But at the end of the day, to them, it's probably the same level of effort. I mean, this is millions and billions of dollars. It's probably all just different iterations of the same exact goddamn barrel. And we're just suckers for it. Probably. Maybe not. Hell if I know. I just drink in my room and talk shit. We're at tequila finished bourbon. That's what I'm saying. How did we get to tequila finished bourbon? Now we walking the plank now. What did Andretzky say? Hammered glass bottle. Me neither. Oh, we still haven't seen the new recipes out here. The two that I've got are the only two I've seen. I haven't gotten anything new. 4 Leaf Whiskey, cheers everyone. Remembering all the fallen soldiers this weekend. Absolutely. My glass is empty. What shall die? Found the victim. Case in point. Jim Beam Black. Do you guys really think, and I'm not saying you actually thought this, that would be absolutely nuts. Do you think that anything different went into this new label? They let the same stuff age for there was probably already 7-year-old stuff in the regular black label, and they just started cutting out a 5-year just to get this on here, and that they really didn't go out of their way to change it. It's still good though, but it's probably in theory, like if just be real with yourselves, they probably didn't do a whole lot to get back to this bottle. And that's why it's $20. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go out of their way to do this. And that's why it really, I think it is, and I agree with Will, best bargains of last year. I think, honestly, though, part of it might have been that them switching it up and putting the 7 on there got us drinking the Jim Beam Black again. I haven't tried Jim Beam Black in freaking 10 years. So I don't even know. I don't know if I actually loved that bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I liking this because they put it in my head that, like, They cleaned up the label, they put a 7 on it, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit. What was the regular Jim Beam Black? Did it really get upgraded? I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel like them switching this up. And this all started from the Heaven Hill. The Heaven Hill 7-year freaking bottled in bond. Did it really, going back to this $55 bottle they're putting out, I really feel like the steps for them to make that happen were far less than we would like to think they are. Like, we're thinking, holy crap, this old fit's go freaking $55. That's what they want us to think. But in reality, it's like, bro, just put this shit in that bottle and call it Old Fits. And then they're gonna buy it up. It makes me think that, like, we're those fish. Have you ever been to the lake? Have you ever been to the lake? You go to a marina, right? And they got one of those things you can put a quarter in and you can get fish food. And you can throw the fish food out on the water, right? And then all the fish, you know what I'm talking about? Maybe they do that at the zoo. I don't know. You can pay for fish food and you can throw it out on the water. I feel like we are the fish and the distilleries are the dude putting their singular 25 cents in the fish food and they're tossing it, and all of a sudden they just all come sucking up the food. And it's like the same food. They could have bought the food from that one over there, and then we would have still... Right? That's probably the best analogy I've ever done. We are the fish. And if we're not careful, we're going to be made into sushi. Okay? Wermate Talon. Wermate Talon. Wermte Talon. Again. Wermte Talon will be sushi. Just sliced and diced, rolled up into seaweed, and consumed by Heaven Hill. I do love Winter Reserve. I will say, hey, at the end of the day, though, we should be able to realize, like, man, this is a cheap whiskey. This is not something special. It's good, and it's cheap. Like, I can tell that I drink Winter Reserve. It tastes cheap. Let's face the facts. It's cheap tasting, but very enjoyable. I'm cool with that as long as those two things align. It's cheap, but it's enjoyable. I don't want cheap and harsh, grainy, freaking hidden barn, you know? I don't want any of that. Early Times Bottled in Bond enters the chat. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Big D. I bought a bottle of Early Times Bottled in Bond just the other day, so it must be a new bottle. Like, newly poured. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I have not been enjoying that nearly as much as I remembered enjoying it. There might be a shift. They might be shifting. I promise you. And I saved my black screw top bottle, and I have a whole ass other one just to do a video. I think it's changing. I am not liking it. It does not, I don't know. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's my palate's changing. Yes, the Paulo, this latest blue lid. Look, I'll show you right now. I bought this the other day. I bought this 2 weeks ago. Blue lid, early times. Right? And I got the old, you know, pre-Sazerac acquisition. I have really not been enjoying this like I remembered it. Again, I don't know if I'm changing or if this is changing. This has not been pleasing me. I have not wanted to grab for it. And that was my first telltale sign as I poured it. And I was like, whatever. Here's my thing, guys. You know, I love to get drunk playing video games. So I'll grab this bottle and I'll sit here and I'll just be playing my video games, drink. Man, I love it. And then I'm like, I pour this and I'm like, I really don't want to drink any more of that. Like, that's not right. That was my first thought. And then I was like, they ruined my early times. I'm just saying, I'm hanging on to this, and I'm going to do a full comparison because I feel like it's changed. And I have another one of the plastic tops too, if I need to. I'm just saying, it's changed. It's freaking changed. Top 3 video games. Oh my God, they killed Kenny! Huh. Top 3 video games. Like just of all time or just like right now? Because that's a totally different answer. Top 3 video games is like David Goldman, for one. What's up? Freaking nerd. But what if someone just came up to you and was like, hey, what's top 3 bourbon? You gonna give me some more than that, Goldman? Oh, I love those answers, Ben. Oblivion, Morrowind, and Goldeneye. See, that's how my answers would be different. All time, I put Skyrim in the list. Currently playing COD and Fortnite. Man, that's hard. I'm thinking of like, if you want my top 3... See, there's so many different lists for me. Top 3 influential. Top 3 of just my favorites. All time. Top 3 all time. One of them would be Super Mario 64. It's where you jump through the freaking paintings in the castle. All time. All time. See, and this is where I start confusing like influential to me versus like nostalgic. How about what you're playing now? Easy. What I'm playing now? Oblivion Remastered. And again, I could argue Oblivion is on one of the best games of all time. I'm playing Oblivion Remastered right now. I got a playthrough going. I'm playing PUBG, which you could, if you don't know what PUBG is, what is it? PUBG. Player Underground the freak does PUBG stand for? Players Underground Battle Royale. It's a battle royale, but it's like the first battle royale. It's like what started the battle royale. So like Call of Duty doing Warzone and all this stuff came from PUBG. PUBG, and we're still playing it to this day. Easily. I love PUBG is hard to beat, even with all their problems. And then, honestly, and I'm going to stick by this too, because I'm a huge nerd, is I am a huge RuneScape player. I play the main game RuneScape, and I play old school RuneScape. Those are my top 3. I put all of my time into those. But man, yeah, like Super Mario, Twisted Metal. Jake, I was gonna say I was thinking about Twisted Metal as like, to me, nostalgia games would be Super Mario 64, Twisted Metal, dig through the ditches and burn. And dude, that's where like I even heard about Rob Zombie. Freaking GoldenEye. Classic Nintendo game, man. Arcade. You know, I enjoyed Pac-Man, but was it Galaga? Was it Galaga that you had the white ship? You were the white ship. Okay, so yes, Galaga. I would say my favorite arcade game, in the one that I'd probably beat half of you guys, is Galaga. When I was a kid, I would go to the skating rink. I would go to the skating rink every Friday, Saturday, and Monday night for years. And I would be there for like 7 hours. Like, my parents would pick me up at midnight. It was crazy. I'm honestly, like, my parents are pretty freaking awesome for letting me do that, looking back on it. But they had arcade machines there, and they were free. You don't have to pay for them. But they had Galaga, and I literally would spend hours on Galaga. Loved Galaga. I even made me buy, I had this like little emulator thing that it was like a little joystick, and you could plug it into your TV, and it was Galaga. Like, you didn't have to, it was an emulator. There was another game I really enjoyed. I have to look it up. I don't want to sound stupid. Is this it? Yeah, Duggar. I loved Duggar. That was an old arcadey game. Not sure if this works in the remastered Oblivion, but originally you could enchant 5 pieces of armor to 20% invisibility and basically could cruise around completely invisible near God mode. Goldman. So the best thing about Oblivion Remastered is when they remastered it, they kept everything the same. So all of the old glitches. So on my character, there's a lockpick glitch. I'm not even gonna. I'm about to drunkenly explain it on my live stream. It doesn't matter. Basically, though, I have unlimited gold, and it's because there's a glitch. I have millions of gold. Where Mate is eat me raw backwards. Then what is... N-I... N-I-L-A-H-T. Nilet. Nylet Eat Me Raw. Mr. Jigs and Geosaya! Alright, Eat Me Raw. There's a really old one around the time of Asteroids I used to love as Central Base Protection game. Dude, I don't know. Eat Me Raw might be really good at games. Pong is the ultimate. Like beer pong? Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Star Wars Galaxies, OG Doom. I mean, man, I have all sorts of games that I just like. Call of Duty 4, I could attribute, as much as I hate Call of Duty nowadays, Call of Duty 4 was the first game that I ever got Xbox Live for. So, honestly, I don't really know how many other people were doing live. This was like Xbox Live was revolutionary. Where people could, like, we could play the video game and shoot each other. That's crazy. Call of Duty 4 was that first experience for me. And I'm fairly certain it's got to be it has to be one of the first because widespread. Because I know PlayStation 2, we had a PlayStation 2, and they had a live service, but that was not accessible to people. I think Xbox Live was like the first time it was being accessible to people. So I would say, yeah, Call of Duty 4 was easily what hooked me into like first-person shooter video games, period. I played that game. That was probably the most played game I've ever played. Aside from RuneScape, by the way. I've been playing RuneScape for 22 years at this point. Crazy to think about. I'm still playing it. I played it today. I played it before my stream. Call of Duty World at War, which was the follow-on. Huge. Huge. I'm trying to think some off-the-cuff ones. You gotta play Elden Ring. I've never played it, but I do. I can tell it's like Game of the Year. It's so good. It looks really good. I'll play it. I'll get it. Guitar Hero. Come on. Let's do some obscure ones. Guitar Hero? Guys, I could shred on Guitar Hero. I could shred. What do you got in the glass, Mr. Jigs? What does everyone have in your glass? Keep commenting your video games. Keep commenting what you're drinking. Keep the YouTube algorithm going. Come on. Especially because I gotta piss again. Guys, I'm sick. Give me a break. Currently some Knob Creek pick from last year. Colonel E.H. Beam. The hell is even that? Trevor Conkle! Conkle, what do you got? Or are you on a tractor? Jeremy Dirks, people were hooked on Guitar Hero. Through the Fire and Flames. Come on. I was stuck on Medal of Honor Frontline. Oh, that was a good one, dude. Those old school Medal of Honor games were sick. Ooh. Wilmington, OG Halo. I would argue Halo 1, the original Halo, just Halo, was one of the most influential video games in the first-person shooter history. Halo 2 took that and showed them what like an orgasm actually was. So I would say Halo 1 and 2, top tier video games of all time. Like if we're creating my top list, those would be on it. And there's no limit of how many are on there, but I understand, like, I loved Halo 3, but it can't go on there. Those two were so much better in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, you know, you might enjoy this one better, but like, man, top video games of all time, I think those two, Halo 1 and 2. Obviously, I would put 2 over 1. I think Halo 2 is better. Halo original, though, was like, that paved the way. It's like Jimi Hendrix, right? It's like Jimi Hendrix really wasn't that good of a guitar player once you understand music. Dude wasn't that good. But when you realize he was playing what he played in the time he was playing it, all of a sudden, he's elevated 50. Halo, look what it did in the time it did it in. That's what puts original Halo way above a lot of video games. So that's what I'm going at. GTA 3, another classic. Man, I'll be honest, Raymond, I never got into GTA 3. I started at Vice City. And I think Vice City came out after GTA 3. I think that was the next one. It was GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas. So I started at Vice City. I didn't play GTA 3. And if I did, it was me. I was probably like 4 playing my brother's video games. Vice City is the one I remember vividly was Vice City. I played Vice City more. I probably played it more than San Andreas for whatever reason. And then GTA 4, I put GTA 4 and 5. Grand Theft Auto, I would say, okay, man, we're going on this full video game thing. Hold on. I think anything Rockstar Games is a goddamn masterpiece. Grand Theft Auto's masterpieces. Red Dead Redemption, masterpiece. I don't even care what else they did. '49er fan Matt. 2 questions for you, '49er fan Matt. He says Resistance, Fall of Man, and the original Borderlands. So many all-nighters. Heck yeah, I was going to say, I've never... Question 1. Never played Borderlands. Never played Borderlands. So it's a top-tier game? 2. How do you feel about the 49ers going into this year after the draft? What are you feeling? My mom can never know I played Vice City. The thing I remember the most about Vice City, you could literally, like, if you... This is violent. And I don't care. You could shoot... You could snipe someone in their car. Their head, and granted, it's very low detail. Their head would just explode. And their headless body would literally step out of the car and then fall over. They would open the car door and step out and fall over. I'm like 8 doing this. I turned out fine. My son was all about Destiny. My brother was huge into Destiny. The first couple of Borderlands were great. See, I never got into those. I never even tried them. I was huge into, like, honestly, when I was growing up, I played a lot of Oblivion, like the original Oblivion. And that's why, again, I'm back into Oblivion, man. I'm playing Oblivion Remastered. Huge into Oblivion. I was huge into, like, Call of Duty 4 at the time, you know. Trying to think of what else came out. I had a lot of video game... I'm a huge Battlefield fan. I like Battlefield better than I do Call of Duty. But the last couple of games have just sucked monumental ass. I'll have to post my other channel's link. I have not gone live on it in like 3 months. I might have to start streaming some more video games. I've been playing Oblivion like every day. I just don't stream it. Jumping from bottle to bottle, what do you got? Having only daughters, I knew nothing about video games. What up, Teddy Ballgame? How much do they pay Purdy? Love Borderlands, completely different visuals than anything else before. As a Niners fan, I'm loving the changes. Who knows where it'll end, but I feel a ton of better after the draft. I will say, as someone who doesn't give a flying piss about the 49ers, I think they will be better this year than they were last year. I think it'll do them better. I think they will definitely... They were a good team that just sucked last. I didn't understand it, but I think they're doing pretty good. I think they're in a good spot this year. And that's coming from a Browns fan who I know is going to clap the 49ers butt cheeks. GoldenEye was the best. Truman says, no idea how we used to play GoldenEye multiplayer mode on a 20H TV in back in the day. And I don't know if you did this too, but we would post a little thing because they would be like, you're freaking cheating, dude. You're watching my screen. Because it was just like split screen. And then you could get the golden pistol and it was like a one-shot kill. Oh, freak yeah. Love that game. Is Corgi still here? Yeah, he is. Corgi. The heck? You little screen watcher. So my newest bottle is from this week. Black Forks Farm. Cast 120. So this is aged in new American oak barrels, cast strength bourbon that is slightly sweet with a rich nutty character. It is surprisingly approachable, neat, and opens up over a single cube. I will say their description is a bit weird. You shouldn't have said all of that. Black Fork Farms is a fourth-generation farming operation located on the rolling hills of the Prairie Katu, Tat, Funds, eastern South Dakota, and western Minnesota. We care for our land by utilizing sustainable farming practices. Okay, there's their story. There was something on here I wanted to talk about. I looked at it. Maybe it's in here. Maybe I should have kept reading it. Wetlands, creek beds, and tree groves are left untouched, providing habitat for local wildlife and plant species, the careful balance of stewardship in economic productivity. It's not where I wanted. I found it. I found it. It's aged a minimum of 2. Don't judge it. I never judge that. Distilled in Wisconsin. And then I thought, wait a minute. Look at this bottle. It's similar. Is it the same? Ooh, that cork didn't fit as good, but it did fit. The one Corgi sent me fits way better. The Driftless Glen cork does not fit that good on either of them. Now here's the thing. I know Driftless Glen because we did my first ever pick. I don't know if you guys remember this. There is not a thumbprint on the side. So on this one there is. So if you when he asks, is there a thumbprint? That's what he means. So on these bottles, you have this thumbprint where your thumb, when you grab it, your thumb would go. And I think there's one on the other side too, because I feel it under the sticker. But I don't know, it helps you pour when you're drunk. I don't know. This one's smooth, but it's in the same bottle. It's in the same bottle. You know what? Hey, you know, we might need to keep this out because we might need to compare. As a matter of fact, we're just gonna do it. I got a glass back here. Because it already seems it's from Wisconsin. Who else are they sourcing from? And it's the same bottle. They're already totally different. Completely different. I will say it's clean. You can't even see it on the camera, but man, up close, yeah, there you go. You can see it a little bit. It's clean, man. I like it better. I will say I like it better than the huge sticker on it. Like, I don't dislike the sticker, but man, like, showcasing the bottle, it just makes it seem more elegant. You know what is that just me? Like, this one seems like some rich dude would be like, you'd walk into his room and he'd be like, yeah, grab a bottle. I don't know. Let's try it though. We'll find out. Again, this is also probably newer stuff. I'm not gonna try and I'm gonna just give you my straight up honest answer. What up, Joe the Sample Guy? Are you sure it's not a total wine? I don't know. Distilled in Wisconsin. Farm the best, give back the rest. don't know. It definitely has a graininess. It's aged minimum of 2 years. But not as much as you would think. I don't know if it's because it's at 120. I don't think so. It's also not screaming Driftless Glen either, though. It's super caramely. There is something different. We'll see. We'll see. Sounds good for a 2-year. I usually run away from a 2-year bottle. Is it non-chill filtered? I would imagine it is. It's double pot distilled. So it is pot distilled. Is it handmade? According to the Surgeon General, this is handmade. Holy shit, it is! It's chill filtered. They would not plaster that all over it if it's not. Now, another thing I noticed is, where was it? I mean, there's so many words on this. I've lost it. Let's try the this is our Driftless Glen pick, and again, this is not representative of what their standard stuff tastes like this one is. So I get there's going to be some differences, but at least like maybe I want to look and see if I can see that there's a connection. So many words. Distilled with pot? But is it? Books. Which ones? For one, if you do not have David Jennings' book on your whiskey reading books, like if you are in the zone of reading books about whiskey, David Jennings' book, you need to just quit reading all the other books and read that one. And then you can read the other ones. All right, let's try the Driftless Glen. And then we're going to go back to the Black Fork. Corgi was like, dude, don't talk smack about it, man. We're from South Dakota. Are you from South Dakota? This book. American Spirit, Wild Turkey Bourbon, from Rippey to Russell. This is the book you need to get. And while you're at it, you might as well buy this one, which is also David Jennings, Wild Turkey Musing. It's basically, it's nothing but Wild Turkey. Yeah, David Jennings is a legend, man. We love David Jennings over here, man. If you, I don't know, this might just go over some of your heads. Some of you are like, dude, no shit, that's who it is. Rare Bird 101 in the chats. If you're watching the other chats, Rare Bird 101, that's David Jennings. He writes the books. It's him. He's awesome.
Trevor Bill in his G-string.
Wilmington, what the heck? That scared the piss out of me. Slip Trevor Bill in his G-string. So I'm going to tell y'all right now. I have two thoughts. This is better. This is better. Corgi, it's better. Thought number two. Whoa, I just noticed this. 5+ years. I am proud of this pick, and I'm proud of the pick we've done before it, or with it, the rye. I hope Driftless Glen figured their shit out. It is like rubber. It's like smelling rubber. Who else could? Okay, if the Black Fork Farms people aren't getting it from a Wisconsin distiller like Driftless Glen, then where are they getting it from? Who else in Wisconsin's doing bourbon that they're sourcing out? I enjoy the Black Farms better. It's just... Driftless Glen is just so... It's like petroleum. It's like petroleum. Garden hose. It's garden hose in caramel and bourbon. So it's like, it's not that there's not bourbon there, but there is garden hose in there. Like, why is that smell in there? How did a garden hose end up in my bourbon? How did that happen? Now I'm pissed. Hose in the garden? Yes, Wilmington, hose. Nah, I ain't gonna say that was mean. That's the army coming out of me. Can't say it. I'll get canceled. Peter, that might be the difference. I will say the color's better. If you look at it just from glass to glass, it would be like, yes, the Driftless is going to be better. It's just so, it has this weird rubbery hose, like a brand new water hose. Like that thick, plasticky smell. That's the way it tasted. Like, it's like, why is that in there? So as far as I understand, it's distilled in Wisconsin, but aged in South Dakota. I was just saying, to be honest, but it's not Kentucky bourbon. Maybe Wisconsin's the problem. Maybe Dakota made it better. I'm just telling you. I feel like this Black Fork is... They're buying these... They got to. It says... It's from Wisconsin. It's coming from Driftless. They are not the same, bro. They don't taste anywhere. They don't taste anything alike to me. I think the best thing for them to do, if they want to keep going that route of buying Driftless Glen stuff, is buy a shit ton of it and then let it age in South Dakota. Let it change. Do not let it do what it does in Wisconsin. Sorry. I mean, I love Driftless Glen when I say I love Driftless Glen when I was there. I had a wild story. I'm iffy. This was years ago, so I don't want to... It could be totally different now, but like the story I had when I was there was completely... I don't want to say completely negative, but as far as the pick goes, in the distiller, it was completely negative. It was like all zero. Everything else, like drinking with the boys, going out on the boat, having dinner and drinking beer, smoking cigars in the freaking lounge. That's not... Is that part of the pick? Probably. But as far as being inside of the distillery and then like what transpired after that was all negative. So I'm sure it's gotten better. I'm sure it's gotten better. I have no idea. I really hope it has. I really hope the Driftless Glen picks taste better nowadays, to be honest. They're so rubbery. I don't know what causes that. I'll tell you guys the story right now. Because if anyone who's still here, you're here. So when we were on the Driftless pick, we had a great time. We had a great time. I don't even know what to call him. Like, I don't know what his job position is. But the dude who is like, his job is to set the pick up for us and like, make sure we're settled in to the hotel and friggin', hey man, I'll take you guys out to dinner. And dude took us out on his boat, like, you know, like kind of suckering you up. He's basically like the dude just to lube you up before they F you. That was great. That dude was great. We get to the pick, and they were like, yeah, we're going to give you 20 samples. We're going to give you 10 rye, 10 bourbon. I would say 17 out of 20 sucked ass. It made me feel like they were trying to pawn off their shit stuff that was like, dude, this stuff's ruined. Let's see if these idiots... And this is how I felt about it. It made it... It was so bad that it made me think that they were like, let's see if these morons bite. It's like we're like that dumb fish, and they just put out the most singular, boring worm on a hook to see what moron will bite. Mother effer, no, I need shark bait on a huge triple 20 hook. Dude got a little earthworm. I ain't biting on that. Terrible. Absolutely terrible bourbon and rye. It was god awful. We did really enjoy the picks we did, but looking back on it, I'm like, dude, those guys didn't have their shit together at all, and they were just pawning it off on us. And even now, looking back too, the dude. So get this. So we're in the tasting room, and we're like, dude, We literally told the guy, we're like, dude, this shit sucks. He went and got the distiller. To this day, I don't know who the hell he was. If that's their distiller, then they shouldn't be a brand anymore. He walks in. He is high. He is higher than a freaking fentanyl addict in freaking Portland, Oregon. Okay? This dude is gone. He walks in. And's like, so y'all, you don't like any of these, you don't like any of our bourbon? And we're like, well, how about you taste it and tell me if we should like it? And he's like, no, all of our stuff's good. I'm just saying, it put a very bad taste in my mouth about that place. If that guy's gone, I'll go back. I mean, it was ridiculous. This was the distiller. He couldn't even formulate a sentence. And we were like, bro, taste it. We were trying to get him to taste it. Like, dude, there's no way that you're trying to sell us a barrel of this. And he was like, well, I can go get you some more. Nah. It was, I felt like everyone in that establishment was serious, except for who they claimed to be their distiller, which I felt was shocking. Their bar, their liaison, everyone was like legit, dude. Like it was the girl who like welcomed you in, like when you walked in, everyone was legit. And then you had this jackass. I don't know. It's put a bad taste in my mouth. These is the only Driftless Glen bottles I've ever had. And it was our pick. I've never bought another one. I don't think I might not ever buy another one, to be honest. I'm still salty. What should I pour? Teddy! What should Teddy pour? What should I pour? Four Roses. Teddy, you got a Four Roses? Wilmington wants Four Roses. He was the first one to say anything. Weeded Wiener. Also Wilmington Piper. I can trust you. Eagle Rare 17. Ooh, Teddy's got a new Four Roses. How many wieners you got left? One. Anyone tried the Knob Creek? Hey, what's up, Elvis? I saw you've been in here like for a while. I've just been ranting. Anyone tried Knob Creek 18 batch 3? I have one open. No. The Knob Creek 18s, dude, like, I have one. I don't even know which batch it is. I haven't seen a batch since. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I'm struggling. Like, we are not going long. Like, we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute. I don't feel bad, but I can definitely tell I'm fighting a sickness. Like, my energy levels are... I feel like I could go to bed, right? If I closed my eyes, I could probably fall asleep on the stream. Like, I'm telling y'all, man, it's weird. I don't feel bad, but god dang, like, I could go to sleep. It pisses me off. We're gonna finish this pour. We're gonna hang out, but... Whew. I'm like, it's weird, man. It's just like taking it out of me. All that running takes a toll. That's what Sarah's been telling me, but I'm like, I don't think that's what this is. I do not think all my running is what's doing it. I think I'm battling a cold or something. Watch the Indy 500 and get well. Dude, I already know I'm going to be doing that. It's Memorial Day weekend. We have zero plans because it's going to be freaking storming every single day for us. So we're just going to be hanging out on the couch. I might grill a little steak, pop some red wine, and just hang out on the couch. No, guys, I'm just saying, man. I'm on the struggle bus tonight. It's called getting old, buddy. Mr. Mom, take care of yourself, Trev. Everyone has your six. It's weird, guys. I don't know. Like, I feel like I could go on all night. I just don't want to. I am so tired. I feel fine. Like, I don't feel sick. I don't feel like I'm gonna go and die. But I can definitely tell something's off. I mean, look how much I've drank tonight, and I'm still like... Something ain't right. I'm getting old! I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell y'all other than the dripless blend, man. It just might not be for me. It tastes like rubber, bro. Picked up a Woodford Reserve 1 liter Kentucky Derby Heroes Edition. I'm actually going to have one more pour with you guys, then I'm done. I'm out of here. I cannot end on this. Can't end on it. I genuinely feel like I gotta be in the mood for some freaking Driftless Glen, man. I'm sorry. What do we got? Last pour of the night. And this is for all of our military veterans, man. You know, I already got one in mind, so if you don't pick anything good, I already know what I'm gonna pour. Weller Special Reserve. I'm about to ban Joe Dickinson. Dude's done. Dude's done. Banned. Horse Soldier 10, all out. Jack's Heroes. I got a Jack's Heroes. That's what we'll do. Hero selection. Oh my god, is that dark? It is nuts. Hey, Ivan, maybe you should go grab one. I don't know if you're trying to end your night already. There by 10 a.m. All right, so this is how we're going to end the stream. I'm about to get drunk off of this, but I want to end this in a personal special way. Let me find this video. We're going to play this video and we're just going to hang out and talk. But we're going to watch this video because let me just find the video. I'll explain it. There we go. Okay. We're just gonna go. So, I'm gonna play you guys a drum video. I'm gonna do a drum video. This weekend, I just want to raise a toast before I get into this because I'm gonna get emotional after I do this. Just a reminder for anyone who's here, all 13 of you. This weekend, enjoy it. Get freaking drunk, party, have a good time. I challenge all of you to stop and reflect on why the amount of lives that were lost for us to be able to do that. Okay? Everyone who serves got some sort of fallen comrade, whether it to be to combat, whether it to be a training accident, whether it to be to suicide. The number is staggering. So this weekend is about everyone who has served, who's died, who has given their lives for this country. That's what this weekend's about. And we honor them, and they would, I guarantee you, every infantry dude that I know who has died would absolutely want us to drink a freaking 30-pack in their honor. I promise you. So, we're going to party this weekend. We're going to enjoy this weekend. We're going to enjoy the time off. We're going to grill the best steak ever, but we're going to stop. I don't care when you stop. I don't care who you have over. You're going to say, I got to stop. I don't even care if you said, Trev told me to do this. We're going to stop, and every goddamn person that's around you is going to raise their freaking glass, and we're going to say, to the fallen. That's all you got to say. To the fallen. All you got to do. Stop what you're doing. Make people remember what this weekend's about. Till Valhalla. Hell freaking yeah. There was an old infantry. It might even be in the infantry creed. I haven't said in so long, but Valhalla. We talk about that a lot. I'm gonna leave you guys, and I'm not gonna leave you. I'm still here. I'm gonna listen with you, but I'm obviously not trying to take this away from military, but this morning I got news of one of the most influential drummers of my childhood, and I won't even say childhood. My drumming career was killed in a plane crash this morning. When I was growing up, I was probably 15. Dude was probably 20. Was he that much older than me? Probably not. But to me, he was an icon. He was killed in a plane crash this morning. And it just so happened he was one of the biggest drumming, I don't even know what to call it, just ambassadors to me. I learned all of his songs. And it just so happened that I filmed me playing one of his songs. So I couldn't end this stream without playing you guys this video of me playing his song. As it happened this morning. So I just felt that it was fitting. I think this weekend's about remembrance and knowing where you came from and knowing who gave their lives for you and who influenced you. I got a glass. You got a glass. The drummer, the original drummer of Devil Wears Prada, passed away. This might not be any of your music, and you'll probably leave once you hear it, but I don't care. Cheers to you. good night. I love you. But I'm playing this song in honor of him because this was the most influential drummer, or one of the most influential drummers in my life. And he passed away this morning. So, in the weekend of remembering, let's go.
Straight in to a little Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada. Yes, this is me. This is me. I turned it up because I like bourbon a lot, told me to. So the original drummer of the Devil Wears Prada was killed in a plane crash this morning. And I learned this entire album. I could play it now. I have no idea what I'm doing right here. I still don't know to this day. I just turned this into a drum solo. This is my favorite part. It's crazy, man. Like I grew up on this.
Let's go.
Oh, God, yeah. So that drummer right there passed away this morning. So I wanted to do that because I knew I knew I recorded that song for Patreon. Easily one of the most influential drummers of my upbringing. So I think that's the only song I've done by them. I could play that whole album, but I think that's the only one I recorded. It's just wild, man. It's absolutely wild, especially on this weekend. To me, I'm already a freaking softie. It's a rough weekend, so hearing that, man. Dang, it just sucks. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that little drum video. I think that's the only Devil Wears Prada song that I recorded for Patreon. Yeah, looks like it. Killed in a plane crash this morning. I really don't know the details, bro. I do not know the details. It's weird. They crashed at like 3:30 this morning. I got a text message. This is what's weird, man. I got a text message this morning at 5:45 from Dan Like. I haven't heard from the Likes in a long time. He sent me an article. That's all the message was Devil Wears Prada drummer killed in a plane crash. That's what he sent me. Woke me up. I literally looked at my phone and I'm like, Dan Like, my I literally thought, who's freaking dead? Why is Dan Like texting me right now? Pulled that up and just was like, what the hell? No way. I don't know. I don't know where they were going, where they were coming from. It was like 3:30. Crashed. I lost it as a kid when I found out Cobain died. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm crying over it. You know, I've lost friends. I've lost my brother. I've lost family member, my cousin. But I mean, yeah, it sucks. I've never I never saw The Devil Wears Prada live. I know every song. So if you listen to with with Roots Above, Branches Below, and then if you listen to 818, those two albums, I know every single song. I could play you both albums front to back on the drums. I know every single song. Like like his drumming was my drumming. Like I knew what he was doing and I knew like that's how I played. And I was new, so I was basing all of my drumming like off of what he was doing. So I mean, I'm telling you right now, like those albums, I could play them in my car and I could hit every note. I'll just finger drum them note for note. I know those albums note for note. That was the M249 of drums. Ooh, that's a good video. Where is that at? Where the freak is that? Okay. Losing an influence is still a hard thing. It is. It's weird. It's honestly more of a weird thing because I don't know, man. I've had so much loss, so it's like I don't like I don't- what's acceptable amount of what's in a what's an acceptable amount of being upset? I didn't know the guy. So what's the level of me being upset? What's okay? Cuz to me I'm like I've lost friends and family. It still sucks, man. I don't know, it's weird. It's a really weird thing to see like people that you look up to that you've never met. I know nothing about them, but I know every single song that he's recorded. It's weird. It's like I feel like I know you on a different level. I feel like I know that guy all music, you know? I connected with him on his music level and he's never even met me. I've never met him. But why else would I learn every single song on those albums if I wasn't connected to the drummer himself? I felt like I was like, this is the songs I want to learn. This is what I want to learn. Man, yeah, it just sucks. I mean, when I say every song, I mean front to back on that album. He's just, I don't know. It just sucks, you know? Let's end the stream with something happy. Terrorists being killed. Hold on. It's playing all of the videos.
Ceasefire!
Absolutely decimation. Claymore goes off right here. I went black right here. And look, I'm looking around. I'm like, holy shit, everyone's gone. And then they call a ceasefire. Man, I can't skip the... I don't know if I can pause it. We're going to do it one more time. I want you guys to look. So the claymore goes off, I jump. And then at the end of the video, I'm like, I rack the bowl back, and then I'm like looking around, I'm like, holy shit, everyone's dead. And then you'll look, I turn over, you'll see, like, I have like a tear going down my face. Watch it, you can see it. It's right there on the screen. So then, I rack the bowl, then I sit there, and then I'm like, holy shit. Then look, I look this, when I turn my head, look, you see the tear going, look at it, you see it. How's the recoil on that? I mean, it's a machine gun recoil, but it's not totally manageable. Totally manageable. What they taught us to do, especially like when we were prone. I mean, I can't show you because I can't lay down. But imagine you're laying on your belly, your legs are all the way out. What you do is you, Raymond, imagine laying down, you flex your ankles up, and then like you kind of dig them into the earth. That's what they taught us to do. So when you don't lay your feet out and you don't relax your ankles, you turn your ankles and then you kind of like dig into the earth. And that was just something they taught us to do. That way, like when you were recoiling, your ankles were like, you kind of like kicked the dirt a little bit. So you weren't moving. My gun was on a bipod and my legs we were on a quad pod. My legs were the other bipod. My gun was on a bipod. My legs were the other. So you literally, like especially when we set up for that ambush, dude, I was so dug in. My whole body might have been under a couple grounds of earth. You know? I was way down there. Ryan H, what's up, brother? I'm glad you're here, man. It was a very nice ambush. I will say it was textbook. It was the only ambush I've been in, and it was the only one that actually went by the books. Vaderade! Where did this action take place? This was in the Baltics, as Wilmington said, but that particular ambush, you're gonna catch me lying. Within miles of the Russian border, we were up in Estonia. So we were, that action, don't get me wrong, was not in Russia. It was in Estonia. That was not in Russia. What I can't tell you is who the freak that was. Don't know. I have no idea who those people were, but they're all dead. And they were in Estonia. There were people in Estonia that died. I don't think they were. I honestly, this is me being me, because I actually don't know. I do not think they were Russians. I do not think they were Russians. And that's just me looking at them. I don't think they were Russians. I do not think we had anything to do. I don't think we did anything with Russians. I think Russia So when we were there, Russia flew their jets over us. They flew their jets over us. Like they were tempting us. That is not who that was. That was not them. So I did not kill Russians. Those mother effers were flying up. I would have killed them. I would have killed them. It was not Russians. I don't know. Iranians. I don't know. It was not Russians. Someone else. But hey, they're dead. Freaking losers. Mm-mm. 0 bears. No animals. 0 animals killed. Deer. Bears. Man bears. Land bears. Koalas. Squirrels. Nothing. Whoever the freak, dead. All I'm saying is I do not think we were fighting Russians, though. That's what's weird. And I'm basically saying this is because, like, we were right on the Russian border, and we were like, I got like 2 stories of slaying. They were not Russian. I don't know who they were. They were not Russians. It really makes you wonder about this whole proxy war stuff, man. I mean, fighters want to go and kill. Fighters want to go and kill, and they're going to go where there's troops. It's like, look at Ukraine. I'm sure there's a lot of people being killed in Ukraine that are like from Jordan and Iraq. Like, there's fighters going there they just want to kill them. They just want to go and fight, That's just how combat goes. You got soldiers wanting to be soldiers, and as much as you want to think bad about the enemy, they think the same about you. But in their mind, they're soldiers. So when we're like, holy shit, Ukraine's going to war, I hate Russia, I want to go fight. Well, there's mother effers wanting to go to Ukraine, like, oh man, America? I hate them. I want to go kill them. It's the same. Soldiers will be soldiers, and you're going to fight people. You're going to fight people, and you're going to kill people in countries that you would never expect them to be. And then no one's like, why the shit did we just kill a freaking insert country in this country? And then, like, the government's like, yeah, let's not talk about that. Under the rug. Like, why did we kill a Jordanian in Estonia? It's weird. Why are they up there? Where are they going? Why are they here? Why did we kill them? It's all weird. I hear they could. Okay, Paul says, I hear they could use a good machine gunner in Ukraine. I will not go. I'm a good machine gunner. I will die. They will kill me, and I'm not going. Artfully Bourbon. The war I fought in, I didn't have drones dropping shit on my head. I'm telling y'all. The drone warfare is really, it's changed the game. And every time I get drunk, I talk about this. But I don't want you to watch it. You can literally find footage daily, like new uploads every day. It's like, imagine YouTube Reels, TikTok, 30-second videos daily of people getting exploded in Ukraine on this app that I have. It's literally like the war app. I don't know what's going to happen with this war. I really don't. I really don't. It's a disaster. It's going to, I think what's going to have to happen is one side just say, F this, we're done. That's the only way I see this going. I mean, the carnage, it's brutal. It's more brutal than anything I've ever seen. Not even close. And the fact that you can just pull it up on your phone, you can watch a 30-second video and you're like, wow, that guy just got blown in half by a freaking drone. And it's a video. It's like a TikTok on my phone. I mean, it puts it in perspective. Like, I don't know. I kind of challenge. I wish everyone could. Maybe everyone needs to watch what happens to human beings in war. If you've never been to war, I think maybe everyone should know. And then maybe everyone wouldn't be so reluctant to go to war. Maybe they should see a dude burning alive with white phosphorus with his legs gone and then being exploded in half and then his buddies coming pick, like, maybe you should see that. And maybe this goddamn war would end. It's stupid. It's just a complete waste of life. Yeah, Willie Pete's, I mean, it's the worst stuff. I would agree. Drones are borderline chemical warfare. Now, and here's the thing. I would agree and disagree, but I mainly agree. So, here's the issue. I guess why they're not doing this is basically what we were talking about earlier, was that, the Battle of the Somme, you got 30,000 people killed within 30 minutes. These drones and all this stuff, you're not killing. Back in the day, you'll have an entire company of dudes killed within 30 seconds. Literally a company gone. All of them dead. They would hop over the wall, they would run up the field, and then all of them are dead. Willie Pete, WP is Willie Pete, which stands for white phosphorus. WP stands for Wilmington Piper. So Willie Pete, white phosphorus is, I'm not gonna explain the scientific shit to you. But what happens is, so whatever this stuff is, they use this we use this even in Afghanistan. To an extent. There was a huge rules when we use this in my war. But in Vietnam, way lenient. So this shit would blow up. And it was like it was like this metallic stuff. So phosphorus. It was like a liquid metal. And it would fly all over the place, and it would land on people. Well, it would burn, and even if you like patted it out, it would keep burning. Like, so it was like, it would just literally just like burn through human beings. So you cannot put this out. So there were literally like people burning alive. Even if it landed on your shoulder, I mean, it would burn through you and it'd kill you. I mean, it was horrific. This shit will decimate you. I mean, and then the only way, there are accounts where you had to take a knife and you would have to, it was like a liquid, but you would have to cut it out of you. So if it was burning you, you would have to like slice this stuff out of you. Brutal. And I don't know how banned it is, but we still have Willie Pete's. I think it just depends on when you use them. It's brutal stuff. Brutal. That's the difference between the US is we try to minimize the suffering, and Willie Pete's will literally just like cook you alive and you're just sitting there suffering. We used to have Willie Pete 5-inch rounds. We had special containers to attempt to put it out if it ever lit on the ship. So you guys don't have Willie Pete's anymore. It's bad stuff. Basically, if it lands on you, you're dead. In like the worst way. You're just burning alive. Here's the thing about war. It's always so weird. It's like, how humane do you want to be? Like, obviously, I don't want someone to be baking alive. But we also got to win the war. And it's like, I don't know. It's a dichotomy. I feel like this is my final quest, and then we're done. I'm going to go hang out with my wife. If you go to war with us, then there should be no... My issue is, you know, you go to war, and then all of a sudden, you're fighting an unnamed bullshit, towelhead, freaking rat-ass army that are blowing you up, but then they want to bitch that we dropped white phosphorus on them. If you're at war, war is war. If you want to go to war with the US, we should drop white phosphorus. We should kill every single thing that has a gun. Shoot them, kill them, shoot them in the face, burn their bodies. We, as a soldier, if you want to go to war, you should go to war. You should go to war. It's like World War II. Go to war. We are ending this. We're not going to let freaking Taliban chop children's head off. No. If we dictate that you're Taliban, you're dead, we'll blow you up, kill you. Nothing. There shouldn't be this freaking political bullshit. You're at war, every enemy will die. And that's what they did to us, and that's what we should do to them. and that's the thing, we will kill you until you surrender. So you're gonna keep killing us, I will kill every one of you tenfold. Whenever you say, bro, okay, we're done, I'm cool. But this whole bullshit, like, we're going to do stabilizing villages and all this bullshit that we did in Afghanistan does not work. We're at a war. Kill them all. Taliban only. I say kill them all. Now I'm sounding like a tyrant. We are way too lenient. We would get shot at and we couldn't shoot back. It's bullshit. In World War II, guess what happened? If someone shot at us, we killed the whole village. They're all dead. The problem is, who's the bad guy? The problem is, who's the bad guy is whoever's side you're on. You're right. But that's all I'm saying. You flew 2 towers. You flew 2 planes into our country's towers. It's really not that hard to reach out and find out that they hate us. Even if you think that's a scam. They hate us. They will chop their children's head off, and if you don't believe that, then you are delirious to this war. They'll chop their children's heads off right in front of you. So who's the enemy? I mean, you know who the enemy to me is? Is who shoots at me. And if they shoot at me, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to kill everyone around you. Because I'm better than you. You're all dead. I'm going to kill all of you. Israel. Look at them. All right. I'm wrapping it up. We're talking about killing people. Screw the Taliban. Love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you guys are still here, you guys have seen Drunk Bourbon Wrench. We're talking about killing Taliban. I don't give a shit at all. It's Memorial Day weekend. And this is what this weekend is about to me. This weekend to me is about my friends who fought to their death and they killed as many Taliban as they could. So, Memorial Day to me isn't about losing them. It's about celebrating the amount of freaking just shit bags that we killed on our way out. So, love you guys. Go cook some steak. Have a good weekend. Enjoy it. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Cook a good steak. F the Taliban. And let's raise a glass to all of those who did not come home. Because that's what this weekend's all about. So, I love you guys. I love all of you. Love all of you. Cheers, guys. I'm out of here. Good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. Reach out if you need me. All my vets out there, you know where to find me.